Good afternoon, and welcome to Thriving Tuesdays, Moments of Encouragement, hashtag veeencouraged. Glad that you are here and glad that you are with us on today and that you are hopefully finding your peace as we are looking at what's going on with this election and knowing that today is that day where whoever hasn't voted will vote, and we know that in certain states in the union that some of our people here are living in, they only vote on today. So Amy's and Miss Lucy, thank y'all for your vote. Thank you for doing what you're supposed to do. Hey, Britt. And we just want to come and talk today a bit about what it means. Thank you for voting. Hi, Sister Benson. Michigan's high stakes, and we're praying. So, last night before, leading up to this, so many people that I know have been struggling with just how to even rest and sleep with all that is at stake. And I clearly heard the Spirit of the Lord tell me, find your peace. Find your peace and sit in it. Because far too often we allow the whirlwind that is in the world, all of the ups and downs, the roller coaster ride that is often our emotional state, our emotional produce during this time. We allow it to put us in a place where we are uneasy, where we are anxious. And that anxiousness places us in a position to have the enemy come for us and for us to make really bad decisions and really non-Christian valued responses. The best way for me to say it is to stop us from cussing people out. Y'all know what I'm saying? So when we find our peace, then it doesn't matter what people bring to us or bring at us. We are in a place where we can find that balance, that centering, that is so necessary if we're going to live our lives out as children of God, as children of the Lord. So I came to you today to remind you and to tell some of you, find your peace. Find your peace in whatever this is. Sad if it doesn't go the way we want it to, absolutely. Because for us, for those of us who are on one side of this, there are other people on another, and our sadness will be their joy, and our joy will be their sadness. So it's not a matter of everybody being okay with whatever it is. It's not like sports where you got another game, and so you chalk this one up on the L column and you wait on another W. This is what today is. It is W or L. And what we have to be able to do is to remember and to recognize that no matter what column we find ourselves in, we're already winners. We are already winners. God is with us. And so whatever we find ourselves dealing with, I'm sitting on bated breath with confidence and hope and anticipated joy. But I also know it could go another way. And if it goes another way, I cannot allow life to fall apart. I can't lose my peace. I can't be without shalom because it goes another way. Yeah, maybe have to make some decisions. Maybe have to live things a little differently. But I cannot fall apart, and neither can you. We cannot get to a place where our anxiousness and our anxiety about whatever this outcome is going to take us to a place where God is not. Because God is not going to sit in a cesspool, a dwelling on the gloom and the doom. We got to rise above it. We got to go to a place of optimism, not because we know what's going to happen, but because we know the one who's going to keep us no matter what happens. So find your peace. Find your peace. Because without your peace, hey Sunshine, hey Miss Mayetta, hey Del John, without peace, you will be in a place where every wind can blow you, that everything that comes your way is gloom and doom, and depression will set in, and woe is me, and what else gonna do, and all of those things that are designed to throw us off course. So, find your peace. And remember that Romans 8:28 is not an opiate, it's real. It's not a place we go to when we just can't understand things, and so we say, for we know. No, we better know. We better know that all things, God is working all things together for our good. Even the stuff that doesn't feel good, even the bad things that come our way. What would God be doing if God allows that to happen? So we've got to stay in the place of peace so we can hear. When we are anxious, when we are walking in anxiety, when we are struggling, when we are being pulled in every direction because we don't know what to do with what we hear or what we think or what somebody else says, stay away from the polls, all of that. When we do that, when we stay in that space, we end up in a place where the anxiety of our lives can be pulled like puppets on a string. You are no puppet. You are the Lord's child. So it doesn't matter what happens. Daddy gonna take care of us. And for those of you who have mixed theology, Mama gonna take care of us. We're going to be fine. Does it mean we won't struggle? Does it mean we won't have stress? No, it doesn't mean that. We may have that no matter what happens. But the bottom line is, do we walk through this valley looking at it from a valley perspective where we're just looking low? Or are we walking through the valley with our eyes on mountaintop, knowing that no matter what happens in the valley, the same God that has kept us in the valley before will keep us in the valley again and will raise us back up to a mountaintop so that we can know that God is still God. Listen. Don't get frustrated. Don't get riled up. Don't get tied up in a knot. Trust God in the process. And know that no matter what, we've got to find and then keep our peace. Because when we find the peace, we will have made peace. And when we make peace, then we can keep peace on the inside. So that we are not moved and we are not driven by every wind that's coming our way. It's going to be a long night. It's going to be a long few days. There's going to be decisions made and stuff that comes back, and we're not going to know exactly what's going on. So we can't trust in exit polls. We can't trust in, as much as I love Steve Kornacki, I can't trust in Steve Kornacki. I've got to trust in a living God who is able to keep us no matter what. Keep praying. Keep praying for those who are on those lines right now. We thank God for most of the country is not too hot, and so therefore people can stand in the line and not feel like they can't make it. But some of these lines are long. Some of these young people who have never been used to this process, who don't really feel the urgency from their ancestry or anything like that, are standing in a line, but they're doing it. And so we're thanking God for that. Stand in the line. Stay in the line. If you're in the line, no matter what happens, when the polls close, if you're in the line, you still get to vote. Stay in the line. Send this live to somebody who you know is sitting on the fence trying to decide whether they're voting or not. Tell them that Pastor V said, get to that poll and make your voice be heard. Not necessarily, even if it's not for you, go for your ancestors. But more than that, go for the children. I told the congregation Sunday, if you don't go vote, I want you to look in the eyes of the children that you know and tell them you weren't worth it. me being inconvenienced. You weren't worth me doing a little research. You weren't worth me giving my time and my energy to vote so that my voice could be heard for you. Because they can't vote, but they look to us to do what they cannot do. So, find your peace. Harrington, the Lord is going to help us. We're going to be just fine, come what may. Yes, we stay hopeful. Yes, we stay optimistic. Yes, we want certain things, but we've wanted before and not gotten, and God's kept us. I know it's a mess, but I trust a God who sees the mess long before we do and has decided to either allow us to rise above the mess or to walk through the mess. Either way, we'll get on the other side. So may God bless and keep you is my prayer. Not going to hold you any longer, but remember that the text says, and the peace of God that passes all understanding will keep your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. And the peace of God, which surpasses our understanding, will keep your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Stay focused on the one that will keep you and trust that it's already done. Sister Gloria, good to see you. Hey, Tahara. And I'm glad that you all are here. Please share with others. Make sure others know that they have to find their peace in this season and know that the God of peace will keep them. Hey, Carla. May God bless and keep you is my prayer. Find your peace and be encouraged. See you soon.